Snipers, you have to see what's happening in the cryptocurrency market this Monday as traditional markets are closed in observance of Independence Day, and Bitcoin has been flirting at this $35,000 level where we have this weekly and monthly open over the last 2 days, but we've yet to come and test this 50-day moving average just above us at 36,500, showing some weakness for Bitcoin. I want to talk about what I'm expecting now that Bitcoin is still below the $35,000 level, which we know is an extremely important resistance that we've failed to get above and hold above. That to me says that there is still a potential that this flag could break down and we could see some volume take Bitcoin down to the $28,000 level, potentially even see a wick all the way down to the $20,000 level. I want to talk about if that scenario is truly on the table, what is the likelihood of this happening? How is this going to affect altcoins? And notice how with Ethereum right now, which is going to be the leading indicator for the other altcoins, we're seeing more strength than Bitcoin above 1980, which is the only support right now where we have confluence with this 200-day moving average. The next target is the $3,400 area, is Ethereum, showing the early signs that it is going to be the stronger asset coming into the end of this year, because the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart, as we all know, has been maintaining itself above 65,000 Satoshis. This is placing Ethereum right at this 50-day moving average. Bitcoin is certainly not at its 50-day moving average. Right now, if we see this break, that could be the early signs that we're heading to 85,000 Satoshis, and that would be the confirmation that the Ethereum to US dollar price will go to 3,400. I want to talk about what I'm expecting with altcoins. The main chart that I want you guys to pay attention to, snipers, is the others dominance chart. Of course, this is an extended weekend, so we're going to see a little bit more manipulation coming into Tuesday, but the others dominance chart camping out at the 20-week moving average here in yellow, which I like to call home base. We stay at this 20-week moving average. That means we're still in a bull market for others dominance. Every other chart, like the total cryptocurrency market cap chart, has already disconnected from its 20-week moving average and home base. That's why I've been saying others dominance is hinting that altcoins are seeing the strength right now, despite Bitcoin dominance slightly coming up, still weighing below the 20-week moving average. I'm going to talk about my opinion on that. Of course, a lot of you in the comments have been talking about altcoins. Now, the DXY closed the week with a bearish tail, but Jerome Powell has already started this rocket launch for the DXY, now above the 50 and 20-week moving average. This is a rocket that is still heading up. We need to monitor this. If we break 92.62, this is going to bring a lot of volatility to the downside, most likely for traditional markets and cryptocurrencies. I'm going to talk about what I'm expecting as we see traditional markets open and we get to observe where institutions are hedging their bets. And of course, today I've updated our previous weekly open. It's always going to be in green for those that are tuned into the Snipers channel. My name is Naeem Al-Abeidi. Let's just dive into this Bitcoin analysis. Remember to smash the like button, snipers. Let's hit 100,000 subscribers and crush this YouTube algorithm. When we look at what's happening to Bitcoin, 34,788, it's almost becoming a riddle at this point. We've been talking about this level. It's showing confluence now with the weekly and monthly open. So Bitcoin has put the stamp of approval and has said 34,788 is the key level. Now, the fact of the matter is we came up here on the 29th of June and formed this high, and then we came up yesterday on the 4th of July and formed this lower high. Not able to get to this 50-day moving average. We've yet to test it throughout the start of this bear cycle. That's still showing that Bitcoin is obviously being influenced by the bears. They're not letting us get to the 50-day moving average. They've defended this area. We have to be cautious when Bitcoin is below 34,788 because we know the only real level of support where we're going to see volume, if I were to pull up the volume profile on the right, it's a little bit more of a complex indicator, which is why I don't show it on my charts anymore. You will see that the next pocket of volume is all the way down at 26,000. So from 35,000 to 26,000 is this 30% range where we're playing a very dangerous game. Now, I've been talking about having buy limit orders below 26,000 and even starting at this $28,000 range, just in case we see Bitcoin form this low, this lower low, and then maybe come down one last time maybe mid-July, and form the final lower low. And this would be a flag that eventually could assume that Bitcoin in the later parts of this year, coming into winter, could start heading back towards 40,000 US dollars. The support here is right around that $28,000 level for this channel. Are we going to see Bitcoin come down to this level, or are we even going to see a wick all the way down to test this multi-year support at 20,000? All of those are on the table, which is why I'm saying have those buy limit orders set in place below 26,000 to 20,000 just in case. But for now, with Bitcoin below 35,000, as an umpire, we weren't able to test the 50-day moving average. To me, it's showing that we're curving down. We're showing some weakness right now. And so that's just the truth. Low volume, path of least resistance is sideways to a little bit higher. But this is the range we're in. So are we going to start to see sideways price action from 26,000 to 25,000? And then maybe see more retests of the $35,000 level as we head into August? I don't know. That's on the table. Really, Bitcoin is still in this consolidation. It's yet to make a decision where it wants to go. So we just need to keep that in mind. We've yet to really see a transition. That transition is what's going to affect the other markets, in the altcoin market specifically. And when we transition straight into altcoins, we look at Ethereum. As we've been saying, it's the stronger asset. Above this 200-day moving average, 1980 is the next support. If we stay above this, then we can assume 3,000 is going to come at some point. We break below 1980. That would only happen, I think, if Bitcoin fails in some fashion. If we see that downside scenario play out, then I think that we could see another test below 1760. But this would be the prime entry all the way down to 1440, in my opinion. Just like the prime entry into Bitcoin is below that $26,000 level, I think below 1760 for Ethereum is the prime entry. So that's what I'm monitoring. As long as we're above 1980, and especially for above 65,000 Satoshis, I'm more bullish on Ethereum. That's telling me that Ethereum wants to head to 86,000 Satoshis. That means it's really going to be performing a lot better than Bitcoin if that's going to be the case. So the total cryptocurrency market cap chart, starting to see this death cross. No surprise. We already saw it with Bitcoin, but we're camping out below the 200-day moving average. It's not a bad thing. As long as we're not seeing this elevator itself down, then that's a good thing. We're staying above 1 trillion. Others dominance still showing more strength than all the other parts inside of the cryptocurrency market. And the Bitcoin dominance chart still coming down below the monthly and weekly open now and the previous weekly open. So with traditional markets, I'm watching the DXY. If we get above 92.62, that could be a concern. But so far, there's a lot of bearish divergences. We had this initial high, this higher high that forms a bear flag. So if we see calmness here, that's the most positive thing heading into this week, so that Bitcoin can just continue on the path it wants to go without being influenced by another aspect of this market. So I appreciate each and every one of you snipers tuned into our channel. I hope you all had an amazing 4th of July. I want to give away Principles by Ray Dalio to one of you watching this video. Comment below, hit the like button, and you guys will have a chance to win. Ron says, that's why I always follow you. I continue to learn from your wisdom. Thanks for your insight, as always. Send me a message on Instagram, Ron. You want a book. And with that, I will see you guys next time. Snipers.